can take this, go out of town, and just be good. Or when you go on vacation, all you want to do is like highlight and glow for the guys anyway. So like you don't even need to contour. Like let's just take a moment of prayer. I've been down so long, it look like up to me. They look up to me. I got fake people showing fake love to me. Hey guys, welcome back. So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you all of my 2016 beauty favorites. I'm so excited to finally be getting down and film this video because I have a plethora of things that I fell in love with over the year 2016. Now, most of these products are going to be things that I just like cannot live without. They're my go-to staple products. I'm going to be showing you guys some skincare products that I use that I feel like have really changed my life. I'm going to be showing you, of course, my makeup favorites, and I also have like a couple of necessities like perfume, and I might show you like a bag at the end. I'm not sure. I don't know if I brought it in here or not. But anyway, if you guys want to see what my 2016 beauty favorites are, just keep on watching. So the first product that I'm going to mention today is going to be my Biore Baking Soda Cleanser. This is a face wash that I picked up maybe like 6 or 7 months ago, and I swear like ever since I've been using this, I just feel like my skin is so much more refreshed and clean. Like I don't produce as much oil, and this has like exfoliating beads in it as well, but it's really gentle, so I can use it every single morning. And I just Spritzer just wants to scratch his fleas away like as I start speaking. Anyway, so like I was saying, this has like gentle exfoliating beads in it. You can use it for sensitive skin, combination skin. As you guys know, like I'm super duper oily, and this is oil free, and I just feel like ever since I've incorporated it into my skincare routine, my skin has just like turned around literally. So I definitely recommend this. I'm not sure how much it is, but I'll try to leave the prices either in the description box or somewhere on this video. So the next thing that I want to talk about is the Sea Breeze Astringent. Now this is like a vintage item. I know you guys probably have heard of this. You probably used it in high school, but I've always had like super duper sensitive skin, so I always thought this was like too strong for me. But I recently saw like another YouTuber mention this in her routine, and she also suffers from hormonal and cystic acne. And so I said, let me go pick it up. So I went to Kroger and picked it up. And when I tell you that like literally over the past month and a half, I think I started having breakouts again. I incorporated this and it dried up everything, but it didn't make me like feel too dry and scaly, but it just really like cleanses my pores. It also gives you like that tingly feel, but it's not overwhelming. I definitely recommend this if you do suffer from cystic or hormonal acne. I know it's something that, you know, starts from within. You have to like fix what's within before you can fix like what's on the outside on your skin. But I definitely recommend this because it will like dry up all of your pimples. It also helps with redness as well. So the next skincare item I wanted to mention was a cream that's actually prescribed by my dermatologist. Here it is. So this is called Tazorac. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you cannot pick this up in any drugstore. You have to get this prescribed by your dermatologist. Like I said, I suffer from cystic and hormonal acne, so when I incorporated this like maybe a year and a half ago, like this really works. Literally, it's super strong. So if you have sensitive skin, again, I like recommend you put it on a small area of your face so you can make sure that you don't break out or have like any hives or rashes. But this will dry you up. Like you can either use it all over, maybe like once or twice a week, or you can use it as a spot treatment for maybe like 3 days in a row, and then you'll automatically like see the results after that. Because if you continue to use this like for, you know, more than 3 days at a time, you will definitely start seeing like the scaling and the dryness, like your skin will start peeling. It's just not cute. And I definitely did experience that because I feel like if I don't see results like immediately, then I just like keep going, and so I do not recommend that. But Tazorac is really strong. I have the I think this is a 0.1% cream that I use, and my dermatologist also said that if you have like super oily skin, they also recommend the gel. And you can use it like as an all over topical treatment, or you can use it as a spot treatment. It's really your preference, but I recommend using it as a spot treatment because it can be really drying, but it's definitely effective. So the next thing I want to mention is my Tatcha Balance Pore Perfecting Water Gel. This is a moisturizer. You can use it as a moisturizer or a primer. It's water based, and as you know, like most of Tatcha products are for like people with dry skin. So when I used to see like all the YouTube artists use that like misting spray, I really wanted it, but it is way too oily, way too dewy. Like, it will never mix with the type of skin that I have, and that's like super oily, like oily times 10. But the Tatcha Pore Perfecting Water Gel Moisturizer is water-based, and it's actually for people that have oily skin. So you know that, like, if you have oily skin, you produce a certain amount of oil, like way too much sebum. And if you try to overcompensate by drying out your skin, you'll just like break out and try to produce more oil. Like, it's just not even a good scenario. So I think this is like a great product you can use as a moisturizer, or you can use it as like a base for your makeup. I definitely recommend it. It is a little bit expensive, but it's something that I only use like a few, like maybe once or twice out of the week when I do like a full glam look. So it definitely will last me, I believe, like maybe a year or so, I hope. But I definitely recommend this. You can pick it up at Sephora as well. So next I want to talk about a primer that I fell in love with over the past, I would say, couple of months. It's the Cover FX Mattifying Primer with Acne Treatment. This is like bae to me. It mattifies you, but it also leaves you feeling like smooth and just prepping your skin for the next step, which is what I ultimately love. Most of the mattifying primers that I've tried to use, like Makeup Forever and Becca, don't get me wrong, I do love them, but I don't like the white cast that it leaves on my face. It leaves me feeling like super, super dry, and sometimes that can peek through your makeup, and that is not cute as well. So I definitely recommend the Cover FX Mattifying Primer with Acne Treatment if you do have oily skin or acne prone skin. So the next thing I want to talk about is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Cream Kit. This is my go-to contour kit, and I also use it to color correct as well now. All these shades are just like perfect if you're my skin complexion, or even darker, I would say. I like to use these two chocolate brown colors to contour, and then I color correct with this peachy shade and this like tan shade as well. I picked this up maybe, I think it was like during the VIB sale, but maybe like a few months ago, and I absolutely fell in love with it. Like, it's really put my Bobbi Brown contour stick to shame. I don't even pick it up anymore. I definitely recommend this. I think it's around like 40 or 50 bucks, but it's kind of like an all-purpose kit. I mean, you have your contour, you can also highlight and color correct. Like, you can't go wrong with this. So if you're looking for a good contour shade or contour palette for beginners that encompasses like everything you want, I definitely recommend the Anastasia Beverly Hills because it does have all of the colors that you need. So I forgot to mention another primer, and that is the Professional Pro Balm to minimize the appearance of pores. I love to use this in conjunction with my Cover FX primer because this will just like mattify or just like block out all of my pores that I have present, like around my nose in the middle of my T-zone. And when I put on my makeup, it literally goes on so flawless, and I just love this. And like I said, I don't use this by itself. I like to put this in the inner part of my face, and then the other primer I like to put on the outer part, and it just really makes everything look seamless. I definitely recommend this. You can pick it up at Ulta or Sephora. They also have like little bitty, you know, like travel size containers as well, which is like pretty awesome. So you can't go wrong. I mean, just try it out. If you don't like it, then you don't have to worry about paying, you know, more money for it. But I definitely recommend this by Benefit if you're looking for a good primer to cancel out your pores. So I also wanted to mention the Tarte Maracuja Oil. Now recently I've hooked up with Ipsy, and I started receiving my Ipsy glam bags, I think since like September or so. And oh my god, you can customize your glam bags to whatever you like, your preference. You can put like your shade in there, the shape of your eyebrows, like your skin type, if you have like oily skin, dry skin, and they'll make the kits, you know, geared around what your skin type is. So in one of my glam bags I received the Tarte Maracuja Oil, and baby, this is like so good to me. Like, I know that I have oily skin, and I was really skeptical about using oils. I was feeling like, oh my god, I don't want to be like too oily, like I don't want to be looking like a grease monkey. But I've been using this every night, I can say, for the past 3 weeks, and when I wake up in the morning, talk about looking refreshed and just like glowy, and I just feel like I'm looking more bright. Like, I just love the way this stuff makes me feel. This is like a trial size because of course in the Ipsy glam bags you don't get like humongous size packages, but I definitely recommend this if you're looking for something to just like wake you up and make your skin feel more replenished. You can apply this at night and you can apply it during the day, but if you're oily, I don't recommend you apply this during the day because you don't want to walk around looking like a slap of oil just in your face. Like, that's not cute. But I definitely recommend to apply this at night and on your neck, and then just go to bed and let everything kick into your pores, and you'll wake up the next morning looking like a goddess, I swear. So the next product I want to talk about has literally changed my life. I was watching Alyssa Forever's makeup tutorials, I think maybe like last month. And she used this technique where she started putting like translucent powder underneath her foundation. I was like, girl, like what now? You putting translucent powder under your foundation, that's just gonna make it like cakey and a mess. But she has like super duper oily skin as well. And normally when I hear people say they have oily skin, I'm just like, okay, well, where's your foundation routine? Like, how do you stop the oil? Because I see a lot of gimmicks, but the shit just doesn't work. You know what I mean? So when I saw Alyssa Forever apply this It Cosmetics Baba Pores translucent powder under her foundation, and like hours, when she did like a vlog or something, like hours and hours later, her makeup was still looking flawless. No oil was coming through. I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and purchase it. So I purchased this translucent powder. And when I say it has changed the game for me, literally I can't go any makeup routine without applying this under my powder. I just dab a little bit. I don't make it cakey, no fallout. I just dab it into my skin. And make it really like a transparent type of layer. And then I go in with my foundation, and it is thebomb.com. Like literally I can say ever since I started incorporating that powder into my foundation routine, when I go out at night, like I'm not in the bathroom blotting and trying to put on powder, like everything just stays matte and gorgeous. Like I definitely recommend this. I think it's like $24. You can go to itcosmetics.com, Sephora, wherever, but this is like a smaller size because I wasn't really certain, but I definitely will be purchasing this again. That is like a staple product for me, probably for the rest of my life until this oil goes away. So I have like a ton of foundations, but I just feel like it's been one foundation for sure that I cannot put down. And then recently I found another foundation that I've incorporated into my makeup routine that I've fallen in love with. And the two foundations are the Matte Fit Me Poreless. I'm in the color Spicy Brown, which is $338. This foundation right here, it's a drugstore foundation. It's less than $10. It's so creamy and smooth. I mean, it blends like spectacularly. Like when you put it on, you don't have to worry about it drying up. You don't have to rush to try to blend it in. I mean, it just is so smooth. This matches my complexion to the T. They have a wide variety of colors as well. And on top of that, it's matte and poreless. So in addition to all of the other steps that I have in my makeup routine to try to minimize the oil and minimize my pores, I have a matte and poreless freaking foundation all in one. So have I used this without the mattifying primer and without the blotting powder by It Cosmetics? No, but I do think that it will sustain. It's just, for me, I just feel like I have to take all the necessary precaution to make sure that I don't look like an oily cake muncher. Like that's just not what's going to happen at night. But I definitely recommend this. It's for normal to oily skin. Like I said, it's mattifying and it's poreless and it's inexpensive. Most importantly, this is like comparable to my Dior foundation. It's a lot smoother than the Kat Von D, but I mean, you can build this so it's just as much, like just as full coverage as the other ones. I definitely recommend this. Go to Kroger, go to Walgreens, go to CVS, like go wherever and pick up a shade of this, or go to Sephora. Well, Sephora doesn't sell this. Anyway, go to any drugstore, pick this up. You don't need a sample because it's cheap as hell already, and then thank me later, okay? So the next foundation is a little more expensive, maybe like 3 or 4 times more, but this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick. If you guys watched a couple of my past tutorials, I've been using this, but it was too light for me. And also they didn't have like all the shades that she came out with. They only had a few, but I thought that maybe this one will work. And this is the color Amber, so I went ahead and got it. So of course when I got home I realized it was too bright. So I started using it as a concealer and a highlighter. I'm like, okay, this is bomb. You know, I can use it as a highlighter. But I feel like I just wanted to get like the maximum use out of it. So I started applying it just like right here where I would highlight my forehead, my nose, my lip, and my chin. And then I would either go back in with this foundation or maybe like a foundation that was a little bit darker. Blend it all out, and baby, it was thebomb.com. I actually use this for New Year's Eve, and I love the way my makeup turned out. I got a lot of compliments about it, so I definitely think this is worth getting. She has like a myriad of colors, so you should be able to find your shade. It was just that in Ulta they had either like sold out or they hadn't gotten their entire inventory in. But I definitely recommend this, you know, and it's easy to blend. I'm all about, you know, stick foundations. Well, actually, let me take that back. When you see a stick foundation, you tend to think, okay, it's going to either kind of dry quickly or it won't be really easy to smooth out or blend out. But this one is really creamy. It doesn't dry too quickly, and I definitely can blend it out just as easy as I can any of my other foundations. So I definitely recommend trying this if you're looking for a new stick foundation and you want to splurge a little bit. So next I want to mention 2 concealers. So first I want to mention the Born This Way Natural Radiant Concealer. This is a really creamy concealer. It is blendable, but it isn't like super full coverage. When I got this, I was actually going for the Tarte Shape Tape and they were sold out. So I was like, let me try to get the next best thing that was on the market then. I picked up this one and I am happy, you know, with the way this coverage is. I actually have it on today, but today I was going for like a really light and like flawless type of like easy glam look, not anything major. But you can definitely build this. Like I said, I do think that every girl should have this in their makeup collection just because it's easy, it's not too thick, and it's buildable, and it's also super radiant. I would think this is really in comparison to the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer, except it's not as thick as that one. So if you are looking for a new concealer or highlighter, I would definitely recommend the Born This Way Natural Radiant Creamy Concealer. The next concealer that I want to mention is by no means for the faint at heart. This is the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Concealer. And baby, look at that doe foot applicator. Now this is like, if you're looking for full coverage, this is definitely something that you want to incorporate into your makeup routine. This isn't drying, it's creamy, it's easy to blend out, but it's definitely full coverage. So I recommend using this if you're going for like that full coverage nighttime glam. You want your pictures to be popping, you want to be slaying. This is what you need to use. Every girl should definitely have this as well. I feel like every girl should have like a long list of different concealers in their collection for every type of occasion, but these are just my 2 staple ones. I've only had this for like maybe a month and a half or 2. I got it during the VIB sale as well, but I'm definitely happy with it and I will be purchasing it again. This is bae. So we've talked about skincare, primer, makeup, or foundation, and concealers, but now I want to talk about translucent powder. This translucent powder I hold dear to my heart. This is the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. Funny story about this, I've actually had this since I would say 2008. When I first moved to Houston, I was looking for makeup. I was like a girl lost. I didn't know what I was doing. I just wanted to like find some new stuff. I was going to MAC like, oh my God, I need to find some highlighter. And they were like, what girl, what you want, some concealer? Like, what are you trying to do, concealer or highlight? I was like, I don't know, both. And that's when I picked up the MAC NC45 concealer. But anyway, long story short, I picked up the Laura Mercier. This is like spilling. Oh, I have a hole in it. Crap. I picked up the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder because I wanted something to like keep my oil at bay. I probably used it for like a week and then forgot all about it. Fast forward to like 2 years ago when I fell in love with YouTube and started being obsessed, watching it every single night. Every girl on YouTube was using the Laura Mercier and I'm like, what? Like, how are they using this? They would use it to set their concealer, set their whole face, set their contour. Went in my little makeup bag from 1992, pulled this out, baby, and I have not put it back. This is good for everything. If you're going to set your face, if you're going to set your concealer, your contour, you can set your base for your eyeshadow. I mean, everything. This is my go-to. No flashback, finely milled, it absorbs into your skin like so seamless, and just it makes your makeup look come out looking perfect. I will be purchasing this like over and over and over. I also have the Ben Nye banana powder, which I love, but I just feel like the Ben Nye banana powder is a slightly too cakey. Like, you have to use a little bit of that because a little bit goes a long way. I feel like when I put that on, I can see like more yellow undertone pushing through and it makes my under eyes look a little bit too caked. But with this, I blend it in and my makeup is just flawless and I'm just ready to slay every single time. If you're new to the makeup game, I would recommend this. If you're an old time, you know, vintage professional in this game, I would recommend this if you haven't seen it. But I'm sure if you're seeing this video, you have seen this like all over the market. But the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder is something that I will never get rid of. And if you ever stop making a Laura Mercier, we'll have a problem. You hear me? Problems. So I also wanted to mention this exfoliating lip cream before I got off into the rest of my makeup. I picked this up a few weeks ago and it's the Lip Strip by Laura Geller. It comes in a little tube like this and it has like peppermint menthol inside of it to also leave you feeling really moisturized. But I have like really sensitive and I have sensitive everything. I have like really sensitive and like dry lips, and especially since wintertime has started in Houston, my lips like crack, and I especially notice it whenever I go to work. like during the week, I just feel like my lips get cracked, and no matter how much Vaseline or cream I put on, they just always seem to like hurt and just like crack all the time, and that's not cute. So I went to Ulta and I was like, I need the best exfoliating cream you have for lips. They showed me this, and I really am happy with it so far. It's a smoothing sugar scrub, so it doesn't taste bad at all. I put it on, I rub it in with my finger, leave it on for maybe like a minute, and then I wipe it off with a warm towel, and literally for like the rest of the day, maybe leading into the next day, my lips still feel moisturized. They don't feel cracking or anything, and I do feel like it has long-term effects as well, because ever since I started using it, my lips don't get as dry as they used to. So if you're in Ulta and you want to find like a good exfoliating lip scrub, I definitely recommend picking this one up at your nearest Ulta. Okay, so we have talked about everything up into, I guess, like blush, right? So I guess we can just go into blush and highlight, and then I'll move on to the eyes and things like that, right? So I wanted to talk about this Morphe 9N palette. Another product, I feel like all the products that I fell in love with have been like over the past couple months, except like my staple, like maybe eyeshadow palettes and skincare. But I picked this palette up, and as you can see, like this has the best neutral, like, you know, just mauve tones in it, and I feel like mauve is like the go-to look for me. I mean, I know it's like the in thing, but I just feel like my skin tone looks really good with like these type of neutral shades here, kind of like peachy undertones. It also has like, you know, some bronze colors as well, and I know when you see like bronze shades or even like these orange shades, you think like, oh my god, that's not like cute for blush or anything like that. But when you incorporate this into your blush routine and you add your highlight, like it just gives everything like a great dimension. And I feel like it just makes everything look a little better than having like, you know, brown, pink, and then gold. Like this kind of transitions all of those colors in so that you can have like, you know, a brown contour, then like maybe a bronzy looking blush, and then just apply your highlighter on top. I just feel like it makes it look better. But like I said, it has like a lot of neutral tones, peach undertones, and it's just like another multi-purpose staple kit that if you go out of town, you can just literally take an eyeshadow palette, a blush palette, a contour palette, and you're like set. And you can also probably contour with some of these shades as well, you know, if you're my shade or darker or lighter, I would think. So yeah, this palette is also, I think it's like $19.99, but it's definitely reasonable enough where it has, you know, 9 different colors in here, and it's definitely a go-to for me. So I definitely recommend the 9N Morphe Brushes palette. So I guess we can move on to highlight, and this is no surprise, my Becca times Jaclyn Hill face palette. Another staple palette. I mean, this has everything that you need. You have your highlighting shades right here. This is a Prosecco Pop. Let me see, wait a minute. Yeah, I was right. This is the new shade Prosecco Pop. This is Champagne Pop. This color, it's like upside down. I guess I can just hold it like this, right? Okay, yeah, I can like this. So this is Pample Pousse, which is like a blush, and I'm not wearing that one today. Pample Pousse, which is a blush, Amaretto's in the middle, and then Rose Spritz. So this is my idea of like the perfect blush, because you can use this as a blush or a highlighter, right? Like I have a little bit on today, and I just feel like that it gives you like the perfect, like iridescent, like glow, and you don't even have to go on with the highlighter if you don't want to. You can apply it to the apples of your cheek or like right above your contour. Like I really love this palette, and this is another palette where you can just pack it up and go, and you practically have everything you need. If you're a little bit lighter than me, you can probably use that middle shade as a contour. So this is another one of my go-to palettes. I think this was limited edition, so it might not be in stock, but she does have, you know, individual pans of the Champagne Pop, which I definitely recommend. I mean, it is so versatile from the fairest skin tone to the darkest skin tone. I definitely recommend it. So next, I want to talk about a palette that I hold dear to my heart, and I was looking at her video today, and I was going to go out, and well, not go out, but I was actually going to order another one online because I know that it's going to be out of stock for good in the next couple of months, and that's the Carly Bible palette. I picked this one up actually from, excuse how dirty it is. I actually bought this one from BH Cosmetics online, but she has recently been found in Ulta, so you can go to ulta.com or go into Ulta store and pick it up. This is another staple product. I mean, it has all the transition colors you need. It has highlighting shades. You can use some of these as a blush, and also, you know, like inner corner shimmer shades. I mean, what girl doesn't need shimmer shades and matte shades in her palette? You can use transition colors, crease colors, lid colors. You can highlight, you can do everything with this palette. And I mean, I can't say how much I love her enough, but I'm like 100% obsessed. Like, I don't even want to get into it. But this palette was only, I got it for $12.50 because I got it like the same day that it came out. But I think it's like $14.50. But if this isn't a steal, I don't know what is. Like, the only thing that's missing out of here is a contour shade. So you can take this, go out of town, and just be good. When you go on vacation, all you want to do is like highlight and glow for the guys anyway. So like, you don't even need to contour. Like, I definitely recommend this. The shades are so versatile. I think the shades that I use the most is like this mauve shade right here, and then its sister, or it's like his little daughter, I think, the little light rose shade. I definitely recommend this. If you can get your hands on it before it sells out, that will be awesome. If not, too bad. So I have like glitter all over my hands. So my next favorite, like competing with the Carly Bobble palette, but Carly won because she's $14.50. The Modern Renaissance Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. Like, let's just take a moment of prayer. Like, seriously, this palette right here, I need to say no more. Like, if you've been watching probably my last 5 videos since I got this palette, I've used literally every shade, but I can say maybe like this left quad over here, I've used like all of those shades in every video, and I just can't get enough. Like, I'm probably about to record a video right now and incorporate these shades. I think this one was like $40 or $50, but this is a staple product. I mean, you can take this out of town as well, on vacation, one palette, and you're good to go. I really don't have to like brag about this. I'm pretty sure if you're not new to YouTube, you've seen every guru with this and incorporate it in their makeup routine. They aren't lying. They aren't selling you bait. Like, this is the real deal. Every shade. If you love earth tones, pink shades, shimmer shades, cool shades, okay, cool shades, this is the palette for you. So I definitely recommend getting this. I know it was sold out for a while on Sephora, but I'm pretty sure they have it back in stock because at this point it's old news. But hey, this is my 2016 go-to, okay? So next, I guess we can move on to brows. Yeah, let's move on to brows. So of course, no surprise, Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. This is my favorite brow pencil on the market. Probably because I haven't been able to try anything else except I think the Kardashian brow pencil, but I ran out and then purchased it again. Okay, whatever. But this is my go-to. If you guys know of any more brow pencils out there that's worth like me trying, let me know. This is $24 and I think I purchased it like 3 times so far, and I'm going to keep purchasing it until I find something that I like better than this. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? But it wasn't broke, but I needed something that was popping a little bit more. So I went out and picked up the Cabral by Benefit, and this has literally changed my brow game. Took it up a notch. Like, from here, we like is levels to this shit. Like, we up here, like we on the we on the stairway to heaven. You know what I mean? This is like a, I wouldn't say a wax, like a pomade, and I consider it. You can fill in your brows completely with this, or you can like set your brows with this, whatever you want to do. What I normally like to do is outline my brows with this. When I'm going for like a full coverage, I like to outline my brows with the Brow Wiz, then go in and fill them in with this Cabral. Ooh, almost had a tear. This stuff is so good, y'all. And I think this one was $24 as well, so it doesn't matter. Like, if you don't want to get this, try this. Like, it really doesn't matter. But this right here has changed the game. I will be purchasing this over and over and over. I have another pomade that I used to use by NYX, but it's called the Taming Frame. But ever since I got this one, when I use the Taming Frame, and I'm like, this is not what I thought it was. Like, this right here is the truth. And what else better? I mean, it comes with its own little brow brush, so I don't even have to use my other one. I can use my other one for like doing my wing or something. I mean, I use this all the time. Now, I know it's kind of small, but it's like perfect. It just fits right in. This is my Shiznai. Like, I definitely recommend this. If you're looking for a good pomade, I know that Anastasia also has like a really good pomade. I'm not sure how much it is, but the fact that this one comes with like a brush, and I like the container, and it's just like really cute. I just feel like I want to try this. So I'm in love now, and this is where we're going to keep it. But let me know in the comments down below if you have any brow pencils that you think is worth me trying, or that's like in competition with the Brow Wiz, because I'm definitely open, and I do want to find something else. But like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So next I want to talk about 2 eyeliners. One can be like a dupe for the other, and the other one is just like my go-to, but I don't want to use it all, so I found something else. So first I want to talk about the L'Oreal, the Super Slim. It's Infallible Liquid Liner. This has like a felt tip and it's super black, and it hasn't dried out yet. I feel like they dry out really quickly, but I do like to leave it stored upside down so that like all the liquid drains to the bottom or to the top. So maybe that's the reason, I don't know. But I love this because it's super thin. I just apply it, boom, boom, and my wing has upgraded. Like, I love this. I do feel like it's a dupe for the Kat Von D tattoo liner. I mean, the L'Oreal might even is a little bit longer and a little like the felt tip is a little bit skinnier, I would say, if you can see that. But the Kat Von D, I mean, it's just bae. It's my go-to. But like I said, it's expensive, so I don't want to use it all in one whop. So I found something else that I really like. So if you don't want to spend a lot of money on the Kat Von D, which I think is like $19 or something, you can also go like to Kroger or Walgreens and get the L'Oreal, and I think this one probably is like less than 10. But yeah, this one has lasted me a while, and I'm definitely satisfied with it. Whew, we're nearing the end, guys. We're nearing the end. Let's take a drink for the last couple products. So, lipsticks, right? Lipsticks. I have a few more products. So, okay, I have like so many lipsticks and lip glosses, but I feel like recently, not even recently, like I've always been like a nude type of girl, but I just never really know how to wear nude back in the day until I like really got into lip liners. It's like, you know how you went to that phase where it was like, back in the day, the girls used to wear like the black lip liner, and like every time you saw lipstick or lip gloss, that's all you saw first, like this black outliner around their mouth, and you're like, girl, like, oh, what is going on? So I was like always afraid to wear lip liner, but it was because I didn't know how to apply it. So now that I have like all the brown lip liners in every shade, I can wear nude lipsticks and matte lipsticks and lip glosses all I want. So two of my favorite lipsticks today are Warm Me Up by Maybelline. This is like a nude lipstick go-to. You can wear this with any eyeshadow look every day, to work, at night, like it doesn't matter. This is just my go-to. You can get this at any drugstore. It's like less than $7, I think. I just think this is a perfect shade for my complexion. This is my stuff. I love it. It's my jam. And another lipstick that I really love, I actually have a few of these NYX lingerie lipsticks, but this is one of my favorites. This is in the color Bedtime Flirt. And I feel like I have bought Beeper from ColourPop, and I love Beeper, but I feel like it's just a little bit too light, and I have to put in too much effort to make it work for my skin complexion. But when I tried on this one, it was just like bae, because it's not even only nude, but it has like a pink, like a pinkish undertone. Can you see that? It's like super duper nice. And one thing I love about lipsticks and matte lipsticks, you can make like, those are the two colors together. Let me see. So this one is the NYX lingerie, and then on the bottom is that Warm Me Up. Those complement each other like perfectly, and I feel like these are the colors that I look for when I try to make something go well or like cohesive with my skin complexion. And sometimes I even want to make like this color a little bit matte or glossy, so I'll throw this on top, or I'll just throw like a nude gloss on top, and it works fine. Like, I definitely recommend these. I think these might be the same price as ColourPop, if not cheaper. Not really sure, but they're definitely cheaper than like all the other liquid lipsticks out there that are like $30, and I'm just like, oh, I really want to get it, like, but I can get like 5 of these for one of those, and so I'm good, you know. Okay, so I forgot to mention this when I was talking about foundation, but this Miracle Sponge by Real Techniques has been like a game changer for me. I remember when beauty blenders and everything first came out, and everyone used to use it to like do their foundation and everything. I'm just like, how do you use a sponge for your foundation? Like, what? Like, you need to use a brush, girl. Like, there's no way I can use a sponge. When I tell you that I can use this for foundation, contour, eyeshadow setting, like blending out everything, I can damn near use it for blush and highlight. I do use it for highlight sometimes. Like, this is bae. I use it for setting my face, like applying translucent powders, color correcting. Like, this is what I call, when you hear the word multi-purpose, like that's what they meant when they made this. Now, I've never tried a beauty blender because I'm not gonna go spend $30 on this sponge so I can get it for $5. Just saying. I've never tried one, but this right here, like, if it's anything like this, then if I do go spend $30 on it, I probably wouldn't even be disappointed. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if y'all want to, like, let me know, send me one, or somebody, maybe I can get like a cheap one somewhere, like, let me know. But if you don't have a beauty blender or a miracle complexion sponge, whatever you want to call it, in your life, I definitely recommend it, because you can use it for everything. If you're not good with brushes, I mean, it blends out. Like, I can blot right now with this. Like, hey, I'm flawless again. Like, I swear, like, this is kind of dirty, so I'm just gonna show you this side because I just use it for my makeup. But I definitely recommend these beauty blenders, sponges, whatever you want to call them. I also have this one by Real Techniques, and what's that? What is this? Can y'all help me figure out? I haven't used this any more than 5 times, and it's already messed up. I have like 4 of these, and I don't have any issues like I have with it. I'm kind of upset about this. Like, I low-key want to go back to Ulta and be like, what had happened? But anyway, it's not about that. It's about this. I definitely recommend it. You can go to Ulta and get 2 for like 10 or get 1 for maybe like $5.99. So go get one. Let me know how it works out. Thank me later. So I think we've about wrapped. Oh, we haven't. Gerard slay all day. So I kind of fell in love with this by accident, and I'm gonna let you know why. I have a little backstory about my setting sprays. So if you watched me when I first came on YouTube, you know that I was using Scandinavia products like left and right. I think her name is Makeup Doll Face. She has oily skin. She's another YouTuber who's like super successful. But she was using Scandinavia all the time, like the makeup setting spray, the primer spray. And I was just like, damn, like that looks really good. And it was oil control and all this. So I bought into the hype. Went and got it, and I loved it. Like, it made my foundation last all night. I just feel like it didn't have me looking oily. It made my powder sink in, and just everything look so flawless. I loved it. I used it for every single foundation routine. I used the makeup primer spray, and I used the makeup setting spray. I didn't have any primers, like liquid primers. I used my spray. That was my go-to. We went out of town to Cancun in August, and they took my stuff because they said it was not 3 ounces, but it was 3.1. 3.1. Do you not know that, like, literally that almost ruined my trip? Like, Kim was looking at me like, babe, you're so quiet, like, what's wrong? And I was like, what you mean what's wrong? They just took that shit cost like $70. It was like 50 something plus shipping. Like, what do you mean what's wrong? Like, if they took your stuff, you'll be upset too. But materialist, so all I could think about was just like finding another spray. Like, I was gonna come home and get another set, but I was kind of upset because I wasn't even like halfway done, and it was like 50 something dollars for the both of them. So when I got back, I think it was my birthday in August. I got back, I think it was Labor Day. Around that time, Gerard Cosmetics was having a sale, 50 freaking % off. So I got both of these for the price of one. Who you gonna check me, boo? Who gonna check me, boo? I got both of these for the price of one. Loving it. Makes my skin super flawless. It's mattifying. It makes your makeup last all day. I have the scent green tea ginger, and I have the scent lavender. I haven't used lavender. Ooh. Okay. Definitely lavender. I also want to try his liquid lipstick. So if you guys know anything about his liquid lipsticks, let me know in the comments down below. Somebody want to get it popping. Hopefully it's not too expensive because y'all know I'm cheap. If it's more than $10, don't even mention it. So the last product I want to mention is a perfume, and it's called Black Opium by YSL. This is my favorite. Y'all know that I love perfumes. I feel like I get a perfume maybe like once every quarter, which is probably like a little bit aggressive, but different seasons call for different scents, right? Like, that's my motto, like different season, different scent. But this one is so good. Like, it just smells like, it smells like, okay, so I feel like this smells like a mixture of like jasmine, mahogany, and like 0.5% of cinnamon. Like, I can't put my hand on it, but if I walk by you with this on, you'd be like, damn, she smells good. Like, this is real. Like, I don't like super fruity stuff or like super florally scents. I like mine to be kind of like unisex and a little bit of spice. But this is like one of my favorites. I got this, I think, from Sephora. It was a little bit expensive, but I definitely think it's worth it. I have, like, when you have a lot of perfumes, you kind of tend to wear them for certain occasions, so I don't run out too often, so I'm not really worried about that. But I definitely recommend the Black Opium. So that concludes my Best of Beauty for 2016 and skincare products. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you pick up any products that I mentioned, definitely tag me and just let me know how you think they work for you. I don't like to incorporate, products that I just try to market, or if I get sponsorships for. I really want to show you guys what really works for me and what's like the best, especially for skincare, because my skin has did a 180. I mean, like I said, I suffer from hormonal acne, cystic acne, I'm super duper oily, sensitive skin, all these things. And I also get acne scarring if I pick at my skin. So I just feel like now that I'm in a place where I can go to the dermatologist and he can recommend things and I can get prescriptions, antibiotics, all these different things. It's a multitude of things that I use. I definitely want to share that with you guys so I can help somebody out there. That's my whole testimony. I want to be able to help somebody else build their confidence, fix their skin, and it all starts from within. So if you're eating a bunch of junk food and dairy and just all this bread and carbs, then it's going to affect the way you look and the way you feel. So with that being said, if you guys want to see any videos on my skincare, if you want to know more in depth about what I do, my daily routine and my nightly routine, because it's really intense, leave me a comment or email me or just anything, ask me questions, because that's what I'm here for. I just want to help where I can. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more tutorials, give me a thumbs up and let me know what you think in the comments down below. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.